Hello, my name is Joseph Carlson. This is the Tabletop Experiment, episode 44, Dragonlance, part 35. I'm joined by Swami, or Christian, who's playing Swami, the resident sorcerer. Martok, who's being played by Jesse, who he made his own mini from Tailspire. We forgot to announce that a little bit ago, but he's pretty cool, the Martok. He looks weird. But
he does look crazy, isn't he?
He does look like, you don't know whether to trust him or not. He's right here on the feed. I'll see if I can get a little bit closer on the feed. I got a little blurry. Well, anyway, he's got wings and a purple sword, which is crazy. And then I'm joined again by Joseph Todd Johnson, who's playing Uriel right here, who looks pretty suave. I know that's a spell effect, but it kind of looks like Uriel has an umbrella and that he's ready to go. You know what I mean?
Man, you use my full name. Did I get in trouble and didn't know?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Sorry, I'll just stick with Todd's hip from now, so that way we know you're not in trouble.
You pulled out my full name.
I'm not even a parent. How dare I?
I did all my chores.
I did all my chores to sit down and play D&D, and I get disrespected.
And I was working on my homework.
I did my homework before this and everything, and damn it. Quick recap. You guys kind of got I don't even know the new Rocky Talkies from Tatina that have a range. Yep. I'm making it right now. I know I said in the episode, I was thinking about it a little bit. I'm just going to say 2.5 miles. So I'm writing it down. Unless, did you have something else written down? Anybody? Did anybody else?
Yesterday you said a mile.
Yeah. I mean, you said mile and a half, but we'll go with 2.5 miles. That works.
Remember, this is a prototype. I just want to put that out there. Who knows how far? It could be 1.5, could be 2.5. You guys are about to field test them. And you got to put them in the box, recharge it, just like a charging case. Adric ran up at the end. Darrett is here. Whoops. Darrett is here in the Viking the Viking look, the leader of the this expedition of the of the knights, and he tells you guys you're ready to go. He tells you about the ship called the Morrow, which is the one ship that actually has like a lady on the front on the prow of the ship. So that's the one you guys are going to use as a scout ship, but it'll probably take about. I'd say, I'm just going to make up a number. It's probably in the book. I don't really care. Take about 3 days of being on the open waters to get to Wrecker's Edge, which is where you guys are going to pull up anchor, supposedly, on the map. Now, there's these shops. I know you guys have had a lot of R&R. This is kind of like your last stop. Is there anything you guys want to procure before you get on the ships and head to Wrecker's Edge in the northern west?
I already talked to Lady about the finger, right? It's escaping my mind. If
I no,
you personally had to leave.
Yeah, so
yeah. I want to go talk to her real quick.
Okay,
split second.
All right, I'm not going to move boards or anything. So you go back to the market, and it's very early in the morning because everybody else got to the dock early in the morning. You get to the market early in the morning, and she's setting up her wares, very slowly, very calmly, sees you, and she's like, "Oh, hello, Swami."
Oh, hello. Can I see your hand? How long ago did that finger grow back?
I mean, about a day ago. Took about 2 hours.
Was it painful when it grew back?
No. It's like hair.
Did it just grow back, or did you do something for it to grow back?
Just grew back.
Let me cut your hand off. No, I'm playing.
We're gonna up the ante. I didn't agree to this.
I'm playing. That's all I wanted to know.
Which half grows back?
Yeah. If I'm gonna take your hand and see if you grow from your hand, or if your hand grows on the rest of you. We'll see how that
I'm
works.
more interested in chopping her head off, but let's just leave it at that. I just wanted to know if it hurt growing back, or if she did anything to make it grow back. Now just go back to join up with the group.
Do you write anything down, or are you just asking, like, nice talking to you, and like walk away?
Yeah, basically. I just wanted to know the finger if it was painful, honestly, because I didn't think it was gonna grow back, and if it did, I wanted to know if she did something for it to
No,
grow back, but
she
it just
just
came
she said it
back.
was like growing back like hair. It took about 2 hours. She doesn't sleep because she's undead. They don't need to sleep or eat. She kind of like stares straight ahead for 2 hours, but really after being a couple thousand years
Hour
old,
nap.
well, being a couple thousand years old and you don't need to sleep, you got to find ways to kill time.
Phase
You're
off,
like,
you know,
well,
and it just phases.
I'm gonna see how many leaves are on this tree because I got another 1,000 years. I might as well count them. Like I know what else do I got going on? Nothing. I don't need a job. Like I don't need
That
to
is
eat.
valuable information, though. It grew back.
All right. So you notice there's a lot of deckhands, a lot of privates in the Knights of Solamnia, like loading the vessels and stuff when you get back to the docks. You see some people with blue sashes. Jesse, Martok, you see some of that. So you see some of them loading, but very few of them. Probably like a handful, like 5, I would say. And they're all loading, and all of them have blue masks on with the emblem of the knights like over their face, so you only see like the top of their heads and their eyes, basically.
Okay. Is there like a plague going around?
Oh, do you want to talk to one of them? I mean, one of them's like loading a ship. You could tell he's elvish
I'm
because you
just
see the
asking, is
tops
it
of his ears.
normal for them to have like a mask on, or?
I mean, you don't know that much about their order. You just serve. You guys did that thing in the castle with them when
Just ask.
what's his, the undead knight attacked, and you guys went down in the catacombs, and they went one way, you went the other. And you fought on the way to the. Those are the only ones that you've ever run into. Is those 3 people. There was Brick.
Yeah.
There's Brick, the woman, who I had her name somewhere, the tiefling, and then the human male, named Baron.
All right. I'll just go and introduce myself again, and ask him how's it going, basically.
No, these are different people, but they're in the order. They have the blue sashes. These are completely different people.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
and then yeah, I'm saying, hey, my name is Martok, and how you guys doing?
You see one of the guys is elvish because the top of his ears are poking out of the sash, And he stops loading a box. He's like, "Who are you?" It's like
I just
muffled.
said,
I'm not going to muffle my voice, but he's like, "Who?"
I'll step a little closer and I say Martok.
Right. I've heard of you. What did you want?
I was asking, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Also good.
Good. You ready to go to the
Anything?
north?
Anything? Yeah. Anything you guys need?
No, we're fine.
All right then. Good chat. I see you're the smart one of the group. Walk away.
That's good. Hey, I like you guys. I'd like to be with you later. Let me just insult everybody here while I'm here. Just lay the. What do they call that? Astroturfing, when you start doing like laying the seeds for like something. They call it astroturfing when, yeah.
Yeah. They're planting a seed or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I've heard it called astroturfing. When it's like we do all this prep work, so then by the time we show up, everything's done.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah. So again, last chance. Is there any like last minute potions? Anything you guys want to get before you hit the old road?
I'm like, yep, I have one last thing.
Mm-hmm. You see a bunch
Let's get
of
on this damn boat because I'm ready to go.
You what? Let's get on this boat.
So let's get on this boat. I'm ready to go.
Yep,
Okay.
let's do it.
Okay. You guys get on the boat. They shove off. There's like no. All you hear is like you see. Let's see. What are these ships here? We'll say you guys are in the. We'll say you guys are in the middle one. This is huge, by the way. I'm trying to do it. There we go.
I need to be right back in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
5 maybe.
Well, you guys go in the middle one, like the smaller one, because it'll be easier to get to the Wrecker's Edge on the smaller one. But there's no fanfare. You just, on the biggest boat, you see Darrett, high water over there. He just blows a horn, and the ships just take off. And you guys are at sea for 3 days, and a lot of the knights, a lot of the green knights are, like tending to their weapons, making sure all the stuff is good. And all the deckhands are, making sure that the mast is ready, all the stuff like deckhands would do on a ship. People kind of like leave you alone. But you see Adric, he like comes up to you guys. He's like, are you guys okay to be on the sea? Have you been on the sea before?
I haven't.
It's possible.
Well, you guys were like in a
No.
boat when you came from Vogler. That was about it, but it was like
Yes.
a rowboat.
And wasn't it like a lake or a river?
It was a
Not the
riverboat,
sea?
yeah. It was like
Yeah,
a riverboat.
right?
Yeah, it was a riverboat.
Yeah. No, we haven't. I personally haven't been out in the sea like this before.
Well, it gets a little rocky. Did you guys find anything out? Because I was doing a little reading and stuff, and I found another map of the waste, but it's really old. In fact, Uriel, I think the one you have is a little bit newer because it actually shows some of the canyons there. So, yeah.
Well, we talked to the resident undead.
Oh, the Mother Matron, yeah?
Yes. And she was, because we asked about syphilis.
Syphilis, okay.
Yeah, I know it's not his name. But
Silas?
Soth? Lord Soth? I
Lord
love how you
Syphilis.
just never
Oh, God.
remember names. He's like one of the most iconic villains in D&D, and you're like,
Lord.
Lord Syphilis? Like, my word.
That sounds like
My
a
word,
villain
man.
that wears a mask.
Yeah, Lord Syphilis.
And when he takes it off, oh God.
Yeah, that's Lord Herpes. Syphilis, like his ear will fall off eventually and stuff, and his brain rots away
He
like
said that's
Capone.
Lord Herpes.
Lord Herpes is the one that like his face looks
Okay.
rotted.
Lord Sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Sauce.
Lord Sauce. Okay. Even though that's not it either, but we'll go with sauce. I like sauce.
It's closer. Soft sauce works.
It's it's 4 letters, and you're like, I'll never remember it. Like I'll never. It's 4 letters. Who could say, Joe? Like who could say?
It takes me a while to remember people's names.
Okay.
Anyways,
It's 4 letters. All right. Okay. I'll pay for you to get a tat. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna get it.
I was like, we were talking to her about Lord Soth, and she said that he cannot die conventionally. Like, if we fight him, it's just a losing battle.
And you see him like
However,
once you start talking about Soth, he like starts stroking his beard and gets pretty serious because he was kind of jovial before, and you start talking about Soth.
But if we find his castle, crypt, whatever, his
keep.
his keep, and we destroy like his body or whatever, then that could actually kill him.
I mean, I've heard that in legend as well, but
I kind of take the word of a couple of 1,000-year-old bitter lady.
he's like,
'Cause
well,
they tend to remember.
he's like, I'm not saying she's not being truthful. I mean, I've heard that too, and I've read around. I mean, my job is to read about the undead, but it'll be hard. I mean, I'm sure they say his keep is haunted, and knowing what he can do, I don't think that's an idle threat. Something's there.
I'm sure.
And the people the people we fought in the courtyard, that might be his personal guard. I don't know. When he fell, knights followed him, and if he has followers, who knows if there's more of those? Who knows if they're getting stronger? Who knows?
Well, I get all that. I'm just. You asked if we found out anything else. I'm just explaining what all I heard.
No, it's
not
good.
only that, but we have to go into the Feywild while we're there because O'Grady had somebody who came to him to search for his uncle who went missing.
Oh, well, I mean, the Feywild's a far away from the Northern Wastes. I don't really know how you're going to get there.
because the point where he went missing was in the northern waste.
Yeah, you see him kind of like cock his, he's like stroking his beard.
Towards the elven village.
He's like, didn't you mention something about a portal? Something?
There are multiple portals. Supposedly, we do have like an idea of where one portal is.
He says, "I'm sorry.
So-
I'm sorry to be so crass, but you're a mage and everything, high sorcery. Do you know how to open it?"
Hmm.
And he looks at you
We'll
too,
find
Smarty.
out.
He's like, "Do you know how
I'm
to?"
like, we'll find out.
Mm.
A lot of times they have directions on them somewhere, written in a different language.
Yep.
Just get out.
Just like, are you messing with him right now? Because he doesn't. He's like, do they? He's like, well, you guys have a good day, and he like pats you on the arm, and then he like, he's like, I gotta get to it. He like walks away, Yeah, like just for RP purposes, he'll say O'Grady is like curled up as like a cat on one of the crates, just not doing anything, being Mr. Lazy Bones. You see one of the knights like come down the stairs, and he's wearing like regular clothes, and he looks right at you, Uriel, and he's like, and then you see him walk up the stairs, and then a minute later come down, and he's got like something in his hand, like wrapped in cloth, and he walks straight to you, and he's like, and it's a human, and he's really young. He's like 17. How tall is your character? I never.
Like right about 6 foot.
Yeah, he's like 5'9", so he's like my height. So he's a little bit shorter than you are. So he's a little bit like kind of nervous, and you see that he has a green sash on, so he's like a newbie, and he's like, I was somebody in town told me this to give this to you, and he like hands it over.
Oh, thank you. What's your name?
Joris. My name's Joris.
Uriel. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and his voice cracks, and he salutes you, and then he sees Martok like standing next to you, and he's like, "Oh, sir," and like salutes, and he looks right at you, Martok.
I salute right back.
You tell him at ease, or you just...
Yeah. I'm chill.
Okay, I didn't know if you want to make him sit there for a bit. You could like make him stand there for a bit and like.
Just as you were. Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay, yeah, bye, and then he like kind of backs away, like he doesn't really, he's very awkward. So.
Okay, so I look at what he handed me.
You unwrap it. It's like a burlap thing, and it looks like a piece of a wooden door that's been broken. Like a splinter, like a chunk of a door, like oak, but it's been weathered, like it's literally been in the water, like swelled up, and it has one rivet in it. Somebody touched his stuff. Fade, can you hear us, Fade? Can he hear us? Did he text?
Yeah, he can hear us. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Do we know sign language?
Does anybody? I wish we had. Yeah, we'd probably get more. We'd probably get more viewers if we had. Yeah, we are. That is what's gonna happen. We're screwed lately. This is what's gonna happen. We are screwed. Well, yeah. See what happens when other people use this thing. Yeah. So it is an elvish design of like a part of a door that's been broken.
And he puts it in his pocket.
Mm-hmm. Your bag of holding. Everybody give me a Constitution check. Like I said, I got D&D Beyond up here. I got my phone on. Let me bring up D&D Beyond so I can look at everybody's rolls.
21.
Nice.
Savings throw or just Constitution check?
Saving throw.
Oh, I almost with my 21.
13.
O'Grady got 13.
Yeah, I saw that. Pop.
I got a 12.
Hey, not bad.
What am I rolling?
Constitution saving throw, sir. Constitution saving throw.
What? Oh, because of the being on the ship?
Swami, you ain't feeling so great. You're a little woozy.
All that.
Because you got single digits.
That's 5 weeks in a row
Uh-huh.
of no number over
No,
10.
a no number over. No, I mean, just for
Listen,
that.
listen, Todd. You passed me the curse.
Yeah, it was his dice curse that got you. Yeah.
Hey, it happens.
It
It
happens to
goes
the best of
around.
us. It happens to the best of us. Yeah, everybody else is doing fine. Like, it seems like not that bad for like a ride, I guess, as it were. Anything else? Because I'm just going to go to the northern waste unless you guys, is there anything else you need to do on the ship before you prep or?
I want to fish along the way,
Oh, yeah.
and then if I catch a fish, I'll just cast Eldritch Blast into the water and stun it, and
I
then
wanna
I'll just
fish
reel
too.
it in casually.
There's-
Yeah, I think we'll
As
fish
you
off the side.
as you do that, there is fishing poles like just sitting there, for like anybody to use.
You guys
Yeah.
want to have a competition?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right.
Everybody
First fish,
just
biggest fish, and most fish.
okay, so this is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the chart from when you guys did the fishing contest in Vogler because I have a chart for that. So I'll pull that same chart up. Give me a second. It's like 3 clicks away here. Okay.
And I'm going to say O'Grady is also going to be doing fishing.
Yeah, I imagine he could just turn into a fish and fucking lie to him because he speaks the leaf and whatever. He could jump in the water and be like, guys, it's really cool up there on the deck. Let me tell you. And do like
And
Come
then-
with me.
do like a sleight of hand thing, where he's like, hang on, there's
Nice warm spot up there, and
Yeah.
it'll taste great. I mean, it'll be great.
Okay,
It'll be
I
good.
got the chart up. These are ocean fish show, but we'll say whatever. They go into the river. So, there's probably going to be some, if there is anybody, we don't have a lot of subscribers, but there's probably one person, Todd also knows about fishing, but like if I say that you're like, that's a river fish, it doesn't matter. We're made up world. There's dragons here. All right. It doesn't matter. You're trying to kill a dragon with a stick. So that's not even the worst part of the made up stuff. So you guys go ahead and roll. We'll just do 3 rolls. Everybody, depending on what you roll, it could be 5 feet long could be the thing. So everybody just give me a custom roll. No.
Custom roll 3 times.
Actually, you know what I don't usually do? We'll do an animal handling check for like you actually trying to like suss the line out and fish and stuff like that.
All right.
Because we don't
Animal
usually do, we
handling.
don't really do animal handling that much. So what do we got? Swami got a 12, 11, 14. Okay, so you guys all and O'Grady got a 17. So an 11, you got a tiny Uriel, you got a tiny carp that is only a foot long. 14 and 12 got him an eel that's a foot and a half long, and the 17 got a mature carp, a 3 foot long carp. So, you guys want to do it one more time? I mean, I don't, if you want to do it again. All right, run it again. We'll look at it. 15, 18. So the 2 18s, O'Grady and Martok, got a mature carp, a 3 foot carp, and Swami and Uriel got 13, 15. You guys got river eels. You got, well, not river eels. You got eels, but they're a foot and a half long. How about one more time? Because, you haven't rolled in the like 19s and stuff yet.
I say we feast on all this to get like inspiration into do a good job.
Whoa, 19,
We're
20.
about to feed the whole boat.
Yeah.
22, 24. So the 22 and 24, both of you get a huge, I'll just do you get like a salmon, like a massive, like 2 foot long salmon, like big fantasy, beautiful salmon. The 12 and the 12, you got another eel, and the 17, you got 3 foot long carp again. So I hope somebody was writing all that down. But you guys want to feast, have like a fish feast?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys notice you're doing that, and like they have like a brazier on the deck, because it's pretty smooth sailing, except for Swami, where you're like, oh, like I'm not gonna make you puke, you're not taking damage, but you're a bit green, Swami, with the you're not feeling good. You failed that Constitution check. But everybody starts cooking food up. All the soldiers are laughing and stuff like that. You bring over this stuff. The eel, one of the guys grabs the eel, like cuts the head off and just starts, he cuts it, like pulls the skin off it. Like he apparently has cooked eel a few times. And he kind of laughs. He's like, I love eel. And he starts cutting. He pulls out, and you see like, they're definitely like the cookie of the ship. There's like chefs around. You see guys with like knives hanging in the apron. Couple guys, like there's this one guy, it's a big burly dwarf. He's like, oh, he like grabs the eel. He bring him in, and guys are just throwing fish on the table, and he's just cutting them up, descaling them, all that kind of stuff, throwing the guts out. He's like, does anyone want the guts for bait? And a bunch of guys are like, I'll take it, and like they got like bait bags, that they're filling up and stuff. He's
that
like,
crab later.
Yeah, he's like, anything else?
On the way back.
Yeah. And everybody's like, nobody's allowed to drink. In fact, as you guys are eating, you see a bunch of green sashes, all these new recruits from the army. They're like laughing and everything, and Derek comes on deck, and they all, like attention snap to, and he's like, Eddie's just calm down. And everybody's like, oh, thank God. And you see that kid from earlier, Uriel. He's like, sir, do you want some fish? And everybody starts laughing, because they're like, what are you, brown? You hear like brown nosing and stuff. And he's like,
talking to me or talking to Derek?
The kid is like offering Derek, he's like, do you want some fish, sir? And everybody starts laughing, like you're trying to brown nose up to the boss, basically. And he's like, I'm good, thank you. And the kid's like, oh, and you notice, like, you guys all notice that Derek's maybe a year older than this kid. Like Derek was pretty young when he left Vogler. So it's not like he's like this massive man of, this. I mean, he's seen combat more. Can everybody give me a perception check while you're just hanging out on the deck and such?
Oh, right.
Uriel, what happened? Oh no, Martok, what happened? You guys did so well. You guys were doing. I guess you. Swami, you did well. You did pretty good, Swami.
Face deep into fish.
16. I saw your number, O'Grady. Yeah. So O'Grady and Swami, you guys both see that there's other mages of high sorcery on the deck, and you see, which is weird. You guys don't see a lot of mages traveling. I mean, your whole group is like the most mages you've seen is really Swami and Uriel. But you guys see like this other mage like on the deck. It's a Kender actually, and he's got the black robes on, and so it's this kid-sized person, and he's got these flowing black robes, and he's got the robes like pulled up because it's still kind of chilly. The air's a little bit chilly, and he's looking over the deck, and he has this really long. Well, they have a really long like top knot, like his hair is like all braided, and he turns around and he has like this gnarled like walking stick that's like driftwood kind of, and he walks down on the prow, and he kind of looks over at you guys and then just keeps walking. Yeah, you could say anything to him you want or whatever, just let him go about his business. He just walks past everybody with the fish fry and just goes back to his, like you see him
mage.
Yeah, you see him go down below deck. It's a mage of high sorcery with the black robes, which you don't really see a lot of. So
that's all y'all's guys things.
Yeah, I want to stop him and ask what he's doing here.
He looks at you. He's like, "What?
What are you doing here?"
Darrett asked me to come.
For what?
To do. He like looks and like the wind's blowing. His top knot's actually going the direction of the wind. He's like, "What are you doing here?"
I asked you first.
He's like,
sitting here watching these two. I'm like, oh, this is comedy.
It is crazy. You think Uriel would have a problem with him because he's like, the black robe mage. He's like, I was invited like you were probably to do magic stuff.
What kind of magic stuff can you do?
Well, I guess you'll never know. And he like walks away.
I'm like, hi, how are you?
Fireball!
As he's walking by.
Fireball!
Hi.
You dare turn your back on me?
Oh, you say hi to him as he goes, Uriel?
Yeah.
He just, raises his hand and then keeps walking.
Yo, Uriel, that guy's he's an a-hole. That's what I tell my buddy. He just turned his back on me.
He's like,
I'm like,
you see how we're getting along? He needs to do that. like get really mad at this guy.
I'm like, well,
people never know. Ooh, whatever.
You gotta talk nice to people sometimes. You come off kind of stern. It gets people.
You're judging me just because I cut that lady's finger off. All right, that's the only reason you're judging me.
You enjoyed it.
It grew back. It grew back. She's chilling.
She's fine. She's selling her wares.
Bro, you feel me? And I got some finger dust to throw in someone's face later on to see what it does.
Finger dust.
Yeah, it could blind him. You can get an advantage when you fight him.
And all I did was ask him what kind of magic stuff he did. That ain't rude.
Yeah.
You know?
What are you bringing to the table?
Yeah.
I mean,
we bring fish.
For real. Y'all saw
we
us.
brought dinner. What are you doing? You're just skulking on the deck. Yeah, you're just skulking on the deck being a dick. Yeah.
Hey,
not really.
Leave the edgelord alone.
Yeah.
Leave the herpy lord alone?
No, that's the other guy. That's the other edgelord.
No, that's syphilis.
Yeah.
Syphilis lord.
That's Snuffleupagus, the other, the evil knight Snuffleupagus that he can't remember the name.
Okay.
Why do I feel like Syphilis Lord has a lisp?
He does. He does. He absolutely does have a lisp. What I like is that the more times that Todd says Lord Sauce names, it's just going to get longer and longer. And after a while, it's going to be like supercalifragilistic. Like it's going to be his name at the end of the campaign. Yeah, you guys eat dinner. Everybody has a good time. Unless... What? Go ahead.
I wanted to call that kid over that was brown nosing and gave me the door
Jaren
piece.
Yeah, Jaren.
Yeah, Jaren.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, who gave you this to give to me?
Oh, it's and he really looks up and give me an insight check while you're like staring at him because he's really thinking and he's like
Yeah, I'm not inciting it.
Even with your Swami, give me an Arcana check, or actually, everybody give me an Arcana check that's like seeing this interaction.
Not bad. 12. Making it above 10s now. So
Martok,
we're
24.
almost there.
What happened?
Yeah, I got a 4. Tell me what's going on.
Brady and Uriel.
Yeah, I got a 24.
4?
That's gotta be the best.
All the juice.
That's gonna be
all the juice, all the tea, all the gossip. He gets it all.
I got a 4. Tell me what's happened. Tell me
what's happening.
Tell me how this ends, Joe. I just saw it.
Area 51.
I
can learn it all.
Yeah, I pierced the heavens. You notice everybody that's kind of, didn't get a 4. You notice that he seems to genuinely not remember as if something has happened to him.
Hold on. You see something. Spells.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. I'm not going to see action.
You gonna like command him or something?
No, I have detect magic or dispel magic. I mean, I was looking to see if I had detect magic to see if like he was under.
I have detect magic, and I have command. I've also speak with animals.
No, you could have spoke to the fish.
I could have spoken to the fish.
Can you tell me? I forget detect magic. How long does that last? Isn't it just like a ping to know there's magic in the area or something?
Within 30 feet, you sense magic. It's an action, faint aura, and penetrates most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead.
To be above board,
it's like pink.
I think that would be helpful. I think maybe.
Oh, concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay. I don't want you to, you get to rest and all that, but I think that, to be above board, I think that would be helpful.
Sure.
Now.
I'll
Oh, I can
cast.
hear you. We can hear you now.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
there we go.
Hey, there you go, man.
Does it matter? Or can you?
No, it's good as long as you lean in like the laptop owes you money, like,
Okay.
like it sucks because you got to like lean in, like that's fine.
Hey, I have a voice again.
Yay.
Nice.
Yeah, you that would be helpful. Detect magic would work to be completely
Sure.
above board,
I'll cast Detect Magic and I'll concentrate on it for 10 minutes.
So it's a ritual,
And
so
look-
you don't burn the spell slot. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because you're gonna sleep.
I am not a wizard, so I can't do rituals. So I burn
yeah.
a spell slot.
Okay.
But
You're gonna long rest.
Yeah, you're gonna.
No
Yeah,
longer,
it's not.
yeah.
I'm not gonna. Don't worry, guys. I know.
the siesta's coming, boys. We
Don't-
just had a feast.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not gonna make a kraken come out of the sea and fight you. Like day 3 of like we're almost there, and then a kraken comes out of the water. Like son of a. You cast it and you see that like I'll just say because you cast it on him and it's your spell, that you see him start to glow, like with this pink like aura around him, like glow.
Okay.
And he's just with your Arcana check was bad, but just sussing these people up, like he doesn't really seem to have any magical aptitude. You know what I mean? So
Okay. I'm going to whisper all this to Uriel and to my group, the whole group, actually.
yeah.
I'm like, I wonder if I can dispel magic if he will come out of this. I don't know.
I don't know. Is that a good idea? Can I see that piece of wood?
Sure. I pull out the piece of wood.
Good thing he knows what that is. Like you did, like what? What'd you say?
No,
To me?
I'll inspect the piece of wood.
You just want to look at it, or do you want to cast a spell, or
Detect magic lasts for 10 minutes.
okay? You do know, like as soon as it comes into the aura, like when you grab it, it comes to that 30-foot. As it comes out of the bag, it's like glowing pink. Like something is up with this hunk of door.
Very, very magical. This one here,
And,
also very pink.
yeah. Now it's glowing pink. Yeah.
And I'll just walk around the ship real quick and just look at stuff, see if I see anything cool.
You notice that like as you're walking around, the green sashed knights, they see you and work a bit faster. They don't salute, but they, it looks like you're doing inspections, kind of in a way.
Oh, that's true. Huh.
And they see you walking around and they just work faster, like stacking boxes faster, tying rope up, and they're like a couple of them knock each other out of the way,
Gotcha. Do I see anything that would be unexpected to be magical? Obviously, all the mages and some of the weapons, probably. But
yeah, you
besides
see
that.
you see glowing on some of the. Oh, do you have to pick the 30 feet, or does it follow you?
No, it's just in my presence.
Oh, okay. Because in the new rules, there's something called emanate. So like you pick it on a point and it emanates out. So it's kind of like that, I suppose.
This is 30 feet of me, so I am the thing.
You're the rod that. Okay, you're the flashlight basically that gives out the.
Right.
Yeah, that gives out the light. You see a couple weapons when you're walking by the troops. They're glowing and everything. A few of their weapons, like the fancy ones. Maybe people have an heirloom or something. You see, like a couple of actually, when you go to the front of the ship, the prow. Isn't that the front of the ship? Anyway, shows how bad of a sailor I would be.
The prow is the part up front of the ship that hits the water.
Yep. So the prow, you see the prow is glowing. So maybe it's been blessed, Adric isn't the only cleric. I mean, I imagine a lot of captains are like, I don't care if it's superstitious, bless my vessel as we go off to sea, So, you see, yeah, it's nothing out of the ordinary. It is, it's like one of those things like, if you have this is kind of a gross reference, but like a black light, like you're basically walking around the ship, you're like, oh, that's got magic on it. That's got magic on it. That's, what I mean? Like,
gross.
Yeah. This spell has an unintended consequence.
Magic happened here.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that
right in this corner. What is going on?
in this corner.
I don't know about that. Yeah. So yeah, we'll just fast forward unless you guys have any.
I kind of want to dispel his magic.
Oh, the kid?
Yeah.
You dispel it. Because you're like watching him, and so here's what happens. Like, Martok's like, hey, I'm gonna go walk around. This kid, it looks like he's lost in thought like the whole time. Like he's really thinking, and you see his eyes darting, and he's like, I don't. And you cast the spell magic, and he blinks a couple times, and he goes, what? And then he looks at you, he's like, are you Uriel?
I am.
Oh, I have something for you. Hang on. And he like starts checking his pockets and his bag, and he's like, where did I put it? And he starts like looking around, he's like,
Is it this?
he's like, oh, did I already give it to you? Man, I'm all right.
Yeah, I asked you who gave it to you to give to me
When?
before you just asked me if I'm Uriel.
Well, I must have had a rough night last night. All right. Well, do you have any other questions? Because I think I need to go sleep.
Do you know who gave this to you to give to me?
I mean, the last thing I remember was I was just going between a couple of the shops at the dock, and I was on the boat. That's what I remember. And then he like walks away, and he looks really dazed, like like somebody slapped him in the face or something.
Well, that was pointless.
Nice.
Oh well, back to eating fish.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Are you gonna? This is your eel. Do you want your eel back?" Or like what?
You talking about? I got a big ass salmon.
No, that's right. Yeah, you rolled a really good. You guys got really close. If you had rolled that 20, you would have got like this prized fish that was in the whatever. Yeah, so you guys, as I'll go to this different map here. So as you guys are kind of rolling it out, the last thing you see, Martok, is like as you're walking around. I'll just end it here. You see Darrett on the deck, like just looking out, and you like end your rounds, and you see that he's wearing. Remember Becklin the knight? He's wearing her armor still, and you see it glowing like it's all pink, and he's got the helmet on like a little strap on his waist so he can pull it off and put the helmet on. So he's always armed, and he's got her sword, like across his side or whatever, her long sword, and he's just like glowing pink basically. And he sees you. He's like, "Evening."
Hey, got some nice magical gear you got on there.
Oh. Is detect magic? It's only visible to you, right? Or does everybody? Yeah.
No, just me.
He's like, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Beckland, I guess, took really good care of her things.
Yeah, I was just checking stuff out on the ship. So
You find anything I
saw
should
that
know
you're-
about?
No, everything's all right. We're all right. Let's cast a spell on that little kid over there. But that's about it.
Oh, and he turns around. He's like, Jaren.
Yeah, that's the one.
He's a good kid. He's nervous, but he does what he says. I hope if ever we meet get into a fray, he doesn't lose his mind.
Yeah.
He follows orders.
Good one.
Say that.
All right, sounds good. Well, we are going to hit the sack then.
All right. I'm probably going to wake you up in the morning. We probably want you on the scout ship with your friends early because we want to drop anchor at least by midday. So we want you guys to scout ahead.
Sounds good.
Yeah, everybody goes to sleep, long rest, use your spells, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'll change maps here. Let's do...
we get any inspiration from our delicious fish feast?
Yeah. Does everybody... Yeah, if you don't have inspiration, everybody has inspiration.
Cool.
I have inspiration.
Oh, you haven't used it yet?
No.
Gotta use it.
Haven't
Yeah,
really
need
had
that.
How do I know if the inspiration's on? Is it the sun or is it
It's the sun. So it'll be red if you
Oh,
have it,
yeah.
and if you don't, it'll be like grayed out or whatever.
Apparently I've had it this whole time. It's never turned it off.
No. Well, yeah, you use it, you click it off. You only get one until you can re-roll anything too. So like if you get a bad attack roll, bad saving throw, and then once it's used, you can't it's rare to get it. I'm not one of those DMs that never gets it out. My DM on Friday never gives inspiration out. Like, we've made that joke. Like, hey, we just, inspired our group and killed this thing. Can we get inspiration? He's like, no. I'm like, all right, well, then I guess that was not worth asking. Like,
I use it almost immediately. I just whatever is important on anything important.
yeah.
Same session.
Oh, here we go. So what I've done is I also imported this map, but you guys come. Let's see. I had the boat here, so you guys are kind of like coming up to the shore here. I hate building boats in this game. You guys, I put you here on the boat. Adric's with you. He actually gets on the boat with you guys.
Yep.
And I'm
I
gonna.
was going to ask about him too.
Yeah. The only thing you guys really see of note is like here. There's like a whole like wreck ship, and that's basically Wrecker's Edge. And there's like an alcove here, and that's like on your map. That's where where Wrecker's Edge is. So, and Darrett, Darrett tells you guys, whoever is rowing needs to give me a survival check. So you need to, designate someone from the group, and I don't know.
I'm just gonna say I'm one of the weakest people in the group, so not it.
We never get there.
We need to do a survival. You said a survival check?
Yeah, if you're rowing. Are you rowing?
Oh, here, I'll row. I'm actually pretty good at
You could actually just turn into an ape and just like roar.
That's true. I just get out and push.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I'll roll a survival.
Yeah. Oh, it went down.
What are you talking about? He turns into a dolphin and just pulls us to shore.
That's right. Well, you don't know that many sea creatures. You've seen a couple. He hasn't seen a dolphin yet, actually. You need to see him before he can turn into him. You've seen like river eels and stuff.
I look around and like study some of this stuff and try to.
If you see animals, you can absolutely once you see it, you can do it. So if you see like a fox or anything, or like a hedgehog or any kind of desert creature you see, you can turn into it. It's not a thing. So I take it you guys. Where do you want to go? I mean, do you want to go towards Wrecker's Edge, or you could come up right on the shore? This is a little bit messy where like these canes are the things that will fill up with water when the tides of the three moons kick up. It's called the wash. I told you guys about it before. So since these canes are low, some of these things will fill up with water. And when you guys get to like this one part of the shore, you do see like, indents like these canes just like on the map. So
I'm saying, why don't we go in that little alcove right before we get to the island, and then we come up here? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we just go up and check and see if there's anything going on, like with the ship or anything.
Okay. Everybody give me... I think I got to put your minis... Oh, you know what? I'll just move your minis. Hang on. Hopefully you have permission to mess with them. Let me try to select them.
It says waiting on GM on our screens.
Okay, hang on. Let me move your guys' mini, and then I'll... Because this is the first time you guys have been on this board, probably. So we'll put you...
You guys drop us in the water.
That never turns out well, yeah. Let's see here. Let's go... Tools. What? Okay. Here we go. What? That was weird.
Loading.
Oh, yeah.
You took us off the ship, but it's not showing us now.
I know why. But it's not. Hang on. The heck? For some reason, it's not a... Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. Hang on. There we go. I know why. There you go. Whoops. Should be good. Looks like I forgot Swami. I'll put Swami.
Tommy's here.
Oh, is he? I'm
You
sorry.
forgot O'Grady.
I forgot O'Grady.
Say where am I?
Yeah. 1 second. There you are. You guys come up on the shore. So you guys want to search this alcove and everything while you guys are...
Yeah.
Isn't there like a ship?
Yeah,
To
that's
the
what I
right.
was.
So everybody give me a survival check. You guys kind of search for... actually, sorry, investigation.
Investigation.
Because you guys are like looking around. 20. Nice.
22.
13. Swami got 19. You guys all did pretty good. You notice, like, as you're searching, it looks like there's, like, in this alcove here, you see goods stacked, and you see, you guys start searching up here, and you do see this little tent here, and, like, a fire, and this brazier. Here, I'll bring it down a little bit so you guys can see this stuff. You see all this stuff there, and it looks like it's a newer campsite. Like these fish that are here, all these braziers have been like, their embers are burned out, but they're like freshly burnt. And you see this ship over here too, and it looks like it's been wrecked on the shore like this. You see one big hole. You kind of see it destroyed on the side like it is here. This takes about an hour for you guys to like walk around and everything. You kind of walk around the ship, and then that's what you see is when you're up here is you see all this stuff, new.
When we're looking at stuff, do we see any kind of paraphernalia that would be like Dragon Queen or...
Oh, like the Dragon Army?
Or... Yeah.
Give me a perception check. Or history. We'll say history since you guys have dealt with these people before. History. Everybody give me a history check.
We back, baby. We back.
You got 19. Good job, Uriel.
23.
You guys notice this all looks like elvish equipment.
And
Like armor, swords, and stuff.
Yeah, there's like a bag. It looks like crates as well. That it like elvish design, like nice, intricate, like not the crappy wood ones that us humans build. Like these are just crates of goods, but they look like they've been packed with care. All the equipment has been cleaned. You don't see any real armor or anything, but there is a lot of goods. I didn't want to like muddy up the map, but there is like boxes of goods and stuff like that. So yeah.
As we're walking around,
detect
I was
magic.
just going to... Hello?
What?
Housekeeping?
Yeah.
Ali oxen.
Oh, you just yell?
Oh my god.
Nobody really answers.
Oh, okay.
What's your name?
And it looks fresh, like it happened recently.
Yeah, like somebody had this. Is
there any animals around?
You do see like some. O'Grady, you take notice. You see some white desert foxes, kind of like up on the hills. They kind of look over the hills and see you guys. Like, hang on, I'm looking at rules. When you guys are like up here, you see them kind of run up, look at you. They're like real pale tan foxes, and they like run away.
O'Grady, maybe go ask the foxes where the elves went to. The long ears.
Yeah, and it's those desert foxes, with like they do have the long, the desert foxes have those massive ears,
Is that a dead body?
Dead body. Where?
In between...
Oh, yeah. It's an old... It's been there, like, even not making you roll or anything, it's been there a while. It's, like, weathered, You could see there's, like, like erosion damage on it and stuff, and, like, it looks like some animals have, like, bitten on the bones for a bit.
Like, oh, look, there's a box under there.
Oh, yeah, there's a treasure chest right there.
Yeah.
So with the history test, Swami and O'Grady, You guys notice that like all this stuff and even the ship is a Sylvanesti elven ship. So it's a particular race of elves. Actually, Uriel, you would have advantage. Go ahead and roll again to see. I mean, they're probably going to tell you that, but I want to see if you get more than a natural 1 on your history check. Go ahead and re-roll, Uriel, your history check.
Yeah.
Hey! Yeah, you notice it like takes you a second. You do notice this is a Sylvanesti kind of. This is all Sylvanesti equipment. The ship is a Sylvanesti ship. Like this is all elvish stuff.
Like, is anybody in the tent?
No.
Hello?
You do see like a bedroll that's like meticulously like not military corners, but like been. You like straighten a sheet when you put a sheet on bed. You kind of straighten it out. That's what the bedroll looks like, and you see books in the corner that are like perfectly stacked, and you see like one of those metal plates you see in like Victorian whatever with the ring hold thing with like the one candle in it, so you can hold the candle up. You see one of those with a candle, and the candle still you see smoke coming off the wick.
Like, maybe we should get a high view and maybe see if they're out a little further or something.
Oh, Grady, did you want to turn into a fox and go?
Maybe we should go up first.
Okay.
I bet if he goes talks to because the foxes are gonna know. They're not gonna like be unaware of.
Well, they did kind of patter away, so you'd have to like find him and track him and stuff. He could. They might not have went that far away, because they were up on the hill and they saw you guys and like turn. They don't know you. You're foreign to here, so they're like, eh.
Are they not vicious?
No, they're just like little field foxes. I don't know if you've seen them on nature specials. They're like this big, tan. They have massive ears. They're like desert foxes. They eat mice.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
They like.
I'm gonna go fox.
You want to go see if you can find one of them?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn fox and I'm gonna go see if I can find them.
All right, like you turn into a fox and you just give me a survival check with advantage. I'll say. Yeah, there we go. Hey, yeah, you pick up on the trail and you guys see O'Grady like sniff a little bit, and then he kind of like hops, does a little fox hop, runs off, and then you see him go in a little. I'll spin the camera around. He goes like along here. I don't think they have a fox thing. He like runs along here and like goes like literally goes in a little burrow in here. O'Grady, you get in there and you see these 4 fox eyes looking at you, and because you have a friend of Beast and Leaf, I'll just make it like passive. They're like, "What do you want?" You hear like one of the foxes says like, "What are you doing in here?"
We're just trying to figure out what happened to these elves. You know where they went?
You see like the other one that isn't talking. You see their eyes like narrow, and they're like, "You're not one of us. What do you want?"
Know what happened to the elves.
That ship's been here a bit. And then you hear one of them go, "Shh." And like the other one snaps and looks and goes, he's like, "There's one of them up on the hills. He's hiding." You see him like go past you and like scuttle past like, in this little burrow, and he sticks his head out. And you guys are all watching. You just see this head of like a field fox stick out of this burrow, and he looks up, and O'Grady, you hear him, you're behind him. He's like, he's up on the top. He's using elven magic, but he's hiding up there. And you see the other one go, like as the one's talking, the one behind you, because you're like in the middle. It's like he's a nice man. He's just up there hiding. He doesn't. He's been here for a while, actually.
Is he disguising himself?
No, we don't know magic. And you see the one like you guys all see the head go back in the burrow, and the one looks at you. He's like, I know you're not one of us, but he's not. That guy's not bad. He's been here a while. Like with there's some other elves here. They're on some kind of, I don't know. It's elven stuff.
I'll figure that out. All right. Okay. All right. And I'll head back.
And as you leave, like just as like a movie clip, they both like narrow their eyes and look at you as you like scamper out of the burrow. You know. You guys see a fox pop out of the burrow. Grady, you just turn back into you or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell him every time I have to.
Yeah, I mean, you tell him everything probably that you heard.
Yep.
But
yeah, I know dudes I can find that.
Yeah, the way they pointed on this map, they pointed way up here, like at the top. They said he's hiding somewhere. That's where they were. They were like down here in the burrow, like hooking their head around, pointing up to here with their nose, you know?
Can't you sniff them out?
Yeah, use your fox powers.
Yeah,
use your fox powers. I've never heard of fox powers. Crafty. He's so crafty.
So they're good hunters.
Yeah, they are. If he was a real fox, he's got some of that.
One. Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. Would I be able to smell him?
Yeah, you
can using the elven.
Yeah, if you turn back into a fox, you could sniff him out. Or you could turn into, I'd say this much, you know enough. Dogs also have very good senses of smell, like bloodhounds and stuff. You've seen a couple of those on the road. You could turn into a bloodhound and try to sniff him out.
Okay, better.
You do that?
Yep. And then, yes, I'll just bark
if you see anything. I mean, it works. It works for dogs. It'll work for you. You're. I'll say this. I'll only make you use one thing of your wild shape because you're really. I mean, whatever. As a fox, it's easier for you to scamper up the cliffs, but once you get to the top, I'll say you become like a bloodhound. And you start sniffing around, and give me a I'll say a perception check with advantage because you're sniffing them out. Now, while he's doing that, are you guys up there waiting? Are you going to go down and look more at the camp, or?
I think we're probably looking around, kind of staying.
I mean, yeah, we're kind of looking around. Just.
Do you go to the ship at all, or are you just staying in this camp area?
No, we went to the. Yeah, we're going to the ship.
Okay, I didn't hear. So Swami, are you going to the ship?
Yeah, I'm going to the ship.
Okay. Oh, you didn't. Here, let me move your mini. You see Adric? I'll put. Hang on. Let me. Oh no, that's too close to water. No. Could have been bad. And then here, hang on, I gotta move him. I'm gonna put O'Grady up here because he's sniffing stuff. Whoa, he's in an alcove. What did you get, O'Grady? For your? Sorry, I didn't see.
I got a 20.
It's really good. You smell like. Actually, I'll do. You smell like all these weird, like cinnamon and like vanilla, like all these really nice smells that you're not used to smelling. Like, because this desert, even as a bloodhound, it like hits your brain when you turn into a bloodhound. It's like all these harsh smells of sand and all this stuff. The wind, it just smells really like you smell the seawater. It's kind of all mixing, but the thing that you get is just a bunch of like vanilla, and you sense it right in the corner of this area. Like it's almost like that detect magic spell where it's coming from like a corner, basically. And I'll move you guys to the ship. Adric kind of follows you guys behind. He's very slowly kind of like walking around. Swami, you want to go to the ship? Do you bark at all?
Yeah, I'm going to let him know.
Okay, you start barking. Okay, so... Yep. I got to reverse a little bit of time. So you guys, as you're looking around the ship, is there any particular place you want to go on the ship? I
want to go inside.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, the captain's quarters.
So what I'm going to do is
I'm in the ship.
Oh, you went in the ship? Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as one of you like touches the plank of the ship, you hear this rumble, like the ship just rumbles. And you see hopefully the other one shut up. Like
Yeah, I knew we should have done detect magic.
the wind like picks up and you see these big air elementals. Like they look humanoid, but they like become these dust devils because of the sand, and like the sand's through them, like the Sandman kind of. And you see them just grow, and they look at you, and they like, you know, they pound their fists together. And I need everybody to roll initiative. O'Grady, you're rolling at disadvantage. Well, no, go ahead and roll, O'Grady. 22. No, what did we get? Sorry, can people yell out? Martok, what'd you get?
Help if I'm not muted. 22.
22, that's pretty good. Uriel?
17.
O'Grady?
3.
That would be right. I mean, you're at the other end. Swami, what'd you get?
11.
That actually works out. Hang on.
I may have.
You may have what?
Fallen into the abyss.
Oh, really?
Went into the water.
Oh,
No, you didn't. You're on the ship right
oh
here.
no, I didn't. There I am. I got it.
Yeah, I'll put you right here. Whoa, it doesn't like that. Oh, you were trying to move your guy at the same time, I think. I think we were trying to like both wrestle him. As you guys like you see that form, you hear O'Grady start barking as a bloodhound on top of the hill. Like, and O'Grady, as you bark, you know, you're. I wonder if there is a. Well, whatever. I'm not gonna make you a dog. As you bark, you see in the corner. Maybe I can. Like you're barking, and you look back, and you're barking, and you see the earth like get carved out. Like someone takes two big hands and carves the earth out, and you see this elf like come out of the earth, and you see his whole body is like shimmering with magic, and he's like, "That was good, becoming the dog," and that's where we're gonna end it for today. So we've started combat with the air elementals. You cut out Fade. What was that?
I said, and I'm way far away from everybody.
Well, you're in front of the guy. You know,
that's
I mean,
true.
you can turn into a bird and fly closer.
Not yet.
Right?
He might not be a bad guy. He might be a good guy. You never
He
know.
can't
Fireball all over them.
fireball.
Fireball.
I can't
Well,
fly.
you know, yeah, he can't fly yet. Not yet. Maybe a couple levels.
I wonder if he's.
If we
friend or
would've
foe.
leveled
We'll find
up,
out.
no.
Fireball.